And the United States has announced the start of the next phase of Gaza peace plan on Wednesday as a new committee was formed to run the battered enclave. US President Donald Trump's special envoy Steve Witkoff on Wednesday announced the launch of phase 2 of Trump's 20-point plan to end the Gaza conflict. In a post on social media on Wednesday, Witkoff said phase 2 establishes transitional technocratic Palestinian administration in Gaza, the National Committee for the Administration of Gaza, and begins the full demilitarization and reconstruction of the enclave, primarily the disarmament of all unauthorized personnel. He underlined the United States expects Hamas to fully comply with its obligation, including the immediate return of the final deceased hostage. He warned failure to do so will bring serious consequences. Witkoff also highlighted the achievements of the earlier stage and said phase 1 had delivered historic humanitarian aid, ensuring continuation of ceasefire. Witkoff also expressed gratitude to regional mediators for their role in advancing the process. Earlier in October 2025, Israel and Hamas accepted the initial stage of Trump's 20-point framework, which includes a ceasefire in their 2-year conflict and a deal on the release of Israeli hostages. And DD India's Jessica Taneja joins us live from Delhi with more. Jessica, can you give us a sense of how this phase 2 of the Gaza peace plan will unfold and what constitutes this technocratic Palestinian administration in the enclave?
Well, United States Special Envoy to the Middle East, Steve Witkoff, put out statements yesterday saying that they're now going to implement the second phase of the Gaza peace plan, and now that would involve the technocratic committee that now takes charge of Gaza after nearly 18 years of Hamas-led coalitions that have been governing or ruling Gaza. And with that, the transition as an effect on the ground looks slightly difficult because that would involve complete disarmament of Hamas, and that hasn't been guaranteed so far. And as you also mentioned in your report, the deceased hostage has not been returned. So tensions certainly there on the ground, but it has improved as we have seen in the recent past, the continuous bombing and the humanitarian concerns that were in place when it comes to Gaza and the enforcement of this peace plan, which was brought about by President Donald Trump with his 20-point plan that would have seen the Board of Peace, which would oversee this technocratic committee. Now, talking about the technocratic committee, we've been given to understand that the formation of this committee has been welcomed by the mediators, which is Turkey, Egypt and Qatar. They say that the person who's going to head this committee is likely going to be a person named Ali Shad. He was the deputy minister in the Palestinian Authority previously. He's also an engineer and has done reconstruction work. He's also handling reconstruction transportation and other facilities. So he understands that Gaza at this point needs rebuilding. Now, if you understand from the estimates, it will at least need the entire region, or the redevelopment of Gaza would at least need $50 billion. And with little pledges being made so far or nothing confirmed to that effect, it is going to be a difficult task for the committee to also start with reconstruction of Gaza, but also to sort of return the state to normalcy and to be able to manage day-to-day functions. But we don't know who the other 14 members or 15 members of this technocratic committee would be. Those details haven't been put out because the Americans and the mediators are still hoping that the Hamas disarmament, along with the return of the deceased Israeli hostage, as was part of the deal, take place soon. And so further details can be ironed out and the implementation is executed to the effect that the Trump 20-point peace plan, which is going to be overseen by the Board of Peace, again appointed by or headed by President Donald Trump, will be able to see.
Jessica, thank you for joining us with those updates.